Hey everybody, it's Jack and Dan.
And Debbie.
All right, guys, so here we have a special guest here with us today. As you know, we started a little segment of our videos called Get Your Tank Jacked, right, buddy?
Yes.
And kind of named it after Jack there, and we've been doing some people's tanks, kind of doing some renovations and upgrades for them and some ideas and designing. Well, Debbie here is actually Miranda's mom,
Yes.
my future mother-in-law. And she said, hey, you guys are doing all these people's tanks. Why don't you do one for me? Because she's got this sad little beta tank.
Old beta. Old.
Little tiny tank. Like, I almost don't even want to show this tank because people are going to yell at her. But, you know, it was like a little gift you got, and you said, hey, this is cool. I'm going to put this little beta thing together. And he's been kind of living in there. But we're going to give him a nice new happy home.
Big.
And we're going to upgrade it and hook him up and get him some friends and stuff, right?
Yes.
So check this out, guys. All right, so here's Pierre. And he's 3. And he's, I don't even know. He does okay. But anyway, he's got one of these little deals here. And basically what happened is she goes to buy her dog food and cat food at one of these dog and cat places. And, of course, they have these tiny little beta things. And, of course...
He picked me.
Yeah, he picked her. So she got this little thing. And a lot of people really don't even much agree with putting in a beta into something like this. But again, at the pet store, when they're trying to sell you something, they tell you it's a good idea. He's a cool little dude, right? What's up, Pierre? So he's got some snail friends in there, and he's got his little leaf he sleeps on. And so anyway, what we did is, when we were at the How Fish Rescue helping out a couple months ago, Big Rich gave us one of these 20 gallons because people bring these kind of guys in, and basically they can't use them, and they just sell them to make some extra money for the fish rescue and that. And we were helping him do things, and he just gave it to Jack and said, hey, why don't you just take this? Well, Jack ended up using a larger tank for his new setup, like a 40-gallon. So we decided, we cleaned it up, and we're going to put it, she's got this really cool old cabinet here. This is like an old liquor cabinet kind of thing.
It is.
It's kind of neat. It's very stable, has really nice feet on it, very stable, very strong. And we're going to take some tiles, and she affixed some little feet here, rubber stoppers. We're going to put those guys down. We're going to put the tank on top of it so we can, of course, do some undergravel lights. And then we're going to have some pothos. She's got, I'm going to show you some of this room here. We've been looking through some stuff. She's got some great plants over here. And she's got a pothos over here on this side coming up on this. So we're going to take the pothos, put it in there, and it's going to come and go up on these guys up the wall here. So that'll be really neat. So that's the first step, is to get this guy up here, get it filled up, and we're going to be getting an undergravel filter. And the way that we're going to do undergravel lights in the undergravel filter is, if you haven't seen these kind of undergravel filters, these are actually really neat. They pop together. And we talked about this when we did Jack's. The cool part is if you want to leave some of the area open, you can not put the undergravel filter under everything. So that's what we're going to do. We'll show you when we get this together here. So this is a great little kit that we found on Amazon. You got Amazon Prime, so you got these delivered in what, 2 days?
1 day.
1 day. 25 bucks. Very cool. Under cabinet LED lights. Very, very, very cool. So look how tiny these are. Super small. They can fit right underneath the fish tank, now that we got it up on some tiles. I'm going to show you kind of how we're doing it. There's 4 lights that come in there, as you can see here. So we got some tiles up there. That looks pretty sharp. She actually has a lot of tiles because she is an artist. We're going to show her studio and one of her ideas she's going to do for a background. But anyway, so these little lights, all you do is, since we have it up on a tile, they're going to slide right behind here. And we're going to line them up with these little hurricanes. We got a couple of these little hurricanes from, you can find them in all kind of different kind of clearance shops, glass shops. And we were in a Mark's, and we got these for about 99 cents a piece, actually. And this was a big, huge one. So what she's going to do is she's going to have undergravel lights coming up here. And these guys are going to be shooting up, and then we're going to put 2 of them probably in there. This is a larger hurricane that we got. And the pothos is going to be coming out of here. All the roots of the pothos are going to go in here and come up the back of the tank, because she doesn't want to block too much of the background, because she's going to actually paint a background on plexiglass and be able to change the background whenever she wants. And then the pothos is going to come up out of here, up onto the wall here. And if she gets live bears, which she's thinking about doing, then all the little babies will be able to go down into the roots here and kind of be isolated and hide from the adults, like if she does platies or swordtails or something like that. So that's the start. All right, so dude, we got the remote. Now we found these again. These are only about 25, 26 bucks on Amazon. Pretty impressive. So what we did here is we have the little puck lights positioned right underneath these hurricanes. Actually, we're able to fit 2 on this big one. And so the cool part is you're not, oh, Jack's changing it as I'm talking, cool. So the undergravel filter is going to go down here and around this, and then these shafts are going to come up and then they're going to spray out, just like any other gravel filter would work. But we left it not there in the middle. It should still be plenty able to filter this 20-gallon tank. She's not going to have it incredibly overstocked, and she's going to have plants coming out of there to help with water quality too. So you can see how cool this is going to be. We're going to start filling all this in with gravel. We're going to get these guys hooked up and get some water in here and get this filter going so we can start cycling this tank. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes. The fade is my favorite.
Yeah, it's got a lot of different things, and we'll show you when we get everything done. It's got a fade, it's got a flash, and then basically we just taped the little eye right here. So pretty much anywhere in the room, they work, and you can't even really notice it there. Just bink. And in fact, she's got this cool little thing she found here somewhere, and she's just going to sit it there, and it's going to totally hide it and look like a cool decoration, but because it's glass in that, the remote goes right through it.
Oh, there's a strobe.
So this is the gravel she picked. We had some green, like emerald gravel, and she wanted to get some browns and reds, so we mixed about 3/4 green and about 1/4 of this, kind of these pebbles to mix it in. So we're going to be putting that in. It's got a real green, natural, awesome. It's going to match the stand and the tank and everything real cool. There we go. Jack put it on disco. So this is the pump we're using. It's just a 40 Whisper. Again, I always remind people, don't forget to change your filters. If you have filters in your furnace and you change them, you know, every 3 months or whatever, just remember to change your fish tank filters. You can pop that out. You can throw some cotton in there, or you can buy the filters. I just use cotton. Shove that in there. Every 3 months or so, you'll keep your pump running good. The other thing is this is, again, the undergravel filter. If you've never used one of these, they are fantastic. This was $9.99 on Amazon. Top Fin sells it. And again, you can see we didn't use all of it. There's about 4 or 5 grates left. But the nice part is, unlike the old school undergravel filters, where it used to be one big plastic piece, you can move these interchangeably, pop them together. You could change it for if you have a uniquely shaped tank, and it's way cheaper than buying those big, huge pieces. So you pop them together. They work awesome. We're going to have these shafts coming up here, and as you can see, we've kind of angled them so it's like 45 degree. They're going to come and meet in the middle, so you're going to have like water and air going this way over the lights. It's going to be really cool. So anyway, that's that stuff. We got the heater we're going to put in there, and of course, don't forget the check valve. So she's got some plexiglass, and she's going to put it behind, and she's going to paint it. She's going to put it behind the tank here. And one thing that we forgot to mention is, so that'll just kind of slide back in there. She's going to paint different depending on what season it is, or if there's a holiday or whatever. And we forgot to mention, she's an artist.
Yes.
So she's going to be able to get different pieces of plexiglass and paint them and change them anytime she wants. It's nice and light. And, oh, look at Carmela stealing the show. What's up, kid? So Debbie is an artist. She does all kind of artwork and stuff like this. Paints tiles, paints glass, all kind of things. This is her little studio here. She's got all kind of things in here, doesn't she, buddy?
Yes, she does.
Very cool, very cool. So she's gonna, depending on what time of year it is or whatever, she's just gonna paint a new background and just kind of hang that on. You can see here's one of the things she did here too for the window. And she'll just basically hang that on the back of the tank and be able to change the scenery or whatever she wants.
Yeah, she uses coffee cream and butter for glue.
Yeah, she does does what we do, uses a lot of stuff over. But anyway, so she's going to be working on that. That's probably not going to be in the video because she hasn't decided what she wants to do for the first one yet. So we're just going to leave that plexiglass here in her studio. Here's some other tiles she's working on here. Cool stuff, cool stuff. So when you're doing the undergravel filter here, Jack's trimming up some of the air tubing over there in the reflection. You can see them. When you're doing an undergravel filter, you want to get that gravel on top, right on the filter parts, because you want it to weigh it down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill in all these areas around it. And so how this all works, in case you're not familiar with an undergravel filter, the air gets pumped into this pump, gets pumped into this pole here. As the air comes up this pole and out, it carries water with it. And so that water is then pushed down through the undergravel filter into this grate. So the gravel itself actually acts as a filter. And then you grow a wonderful microbiome underneath here. And that helps to keep your water very, very happy and healthy. It's just a natural system. And then that water goes through this grate back up this tube. So basically dirty water goes down and clean water comes up. That's basically the theory behind it. That's how it works. So we're going to fill all this in and we'll get this going. All right, so check out Pierre. We've had the tank set up for about a week. I do have the window open, so there's a lot of glare. We just put him in there. He's checking out that big cylinder there. And what we did is we put the pothos in. And those roots are going to end up filling that whole cylinder in. So if you get some live bears and there's babies or something, they'll be able to go in there. We got Pierre's little leaf here. And so the pothos is coming up like this, crawling up the back. And it's going to end up, of course, filling that in and growing over the sides. This is just an example of one of the pieces that Debbie did. This one's too big, but ultimately that's what it's going to be like.
You can just pick it up because the light will go through it. Yeah.
Pretty cool, huh? So it'll be about half that size, and she's going to make some different colors and things to put on the background. Look at him. He's going down in there. He's digging it. So he was in about a half-a-gallon little beta tank. This is 40 times bigger. So far, so good. So we're going to be heading to, tell us about the place that we're going to next weekend.
We're going to a place called Ben Franklin's in Amherst, Ohio, and they have a basement that's all aquariums and anything fish, and it's called Neptune's Cellar.
Be back in a second, and a second for you guys, but it'll be next week for us, and we're going to add some more fish. This is the Ben Franklin store. This is Howard. How long you been here, working there here?
49 years.
Wow. And you decided to put a place called Neptune's Cellar in the basement here. So you got hobby shop, all these awesome things, models. Look at this Titanic model. This is crazy. Look at this thing.
Tetra.
Wow. It's huge. 1/200th scale. That's insane.
And it's lighted.
And it's lit up and everything with LEDs. Look at that, buddy. So we're going to go in, we're going to check it out, we're going to look at some of the models, look at some of the things you have here, and also check out the cellar here and check out the fish. And what do we get, buddy, for the tank?
We got some king cobra guppies, and we got a rubber pleco.
Rubber lipped pleco.
Rubber lipped pleco.
Yeah.
So he's down in there. I'm going to show the pleco. I can see down here. He went down in there. He's already cleaning. So down where we have these undergravel lights, of course some algae forms, but he went down in there. He's already cleaning out that one. So that's the cool part about having a pleco in there, is going to clean all those out. Now there's bad reflection because we wanted to have the light on here just to show you, but I want to show you these guppies. Look at these two male guppies. Wow. So we got 2 females, 2 males. You like those guys, huh?
Those are so cute.
And your little Pierre here is doing good.
He's a happy camper. Look, he's checking out his little snail buddy.
And so we put some of our snails in here. We had baby snails. So you got some golden snails. Pierre's doing awesome. Loving his new tank. Not really having any problems with the guppies. The guppies are matching really good. And then we have some females. So we got 2 females, 2 males of the guppies. There's some more snails right there. And we just wanted to show. So the reason that she decided not to really get a top light is just because this gets so much sunlight. So the cool part is she's got these really cool shades, and the way they work is, so it's these kind of situations where, so she can either totally block it out, partially block it out, or, you know, so this is kind of neat. So I'm going to shut this real quick, and we're going to show kind of how the lights work. So that's what it's like with the shade closed, and so then that's when the undergravel lights come into effect. So it's really cool. So she also started kind of painting that in, and so that matches too, so you can't really see that very good. She's going to make it a little darker, but overall, so we got some driftwood in the back. We had some pieces of driftwood left from Father Fish when we went to see him, right, kiddo?
Yes.
So we put a couple of towers in the back just to kind of block, you know, the heater and that kind of stuff. And she wants to leave the back open because she's going to be doing those paintings, like we said. These guys are starting to grow little tiny roots already. Hopefully fill that in. So if these guppies have babies, babies will have a little safe haven. They can go down here in the roots. And she might put some little rocks up here in the front so they can hide up here in these corners. Mostly we're going to leave this open though for her undergravel filter. And then here's what it's like, of course, with some different colors. There's green, there's blue, there's red, and all that stuff. And of course we could do the fancy fish disco or
discus fishcus.
Yeah, I kind of like the fade, just kind of fading through the different colors. And again, the reason that we use the hurricane type glasses instead of like glass sculptures is because then that pleco can actually go right down to the bottom if algae grows and just eat it. And then you never really have to clean it. So that's one of the cool things. So we think it came out really, really good. Yeah. How you like it, Debbie?
I love it. Thank you.
It's very, very neat, huh?
Yes,
did you have fun building this one, Jack?
Yeah, I did.
It's a cool one, huh? Very unique. It's kind of cool how everything kind of matches. Great stand, by the way. I mean, this was a really cool stand to use, and it fits on there nice. Just comes over by like a centimeter on the edge, but really cool. These guys are going to fill all in here, come over the top. So she's not really going to put a light on the top just because she gets so much light from the window. If you decide you want to, you always can. But yeah, I think it came out really, really cool. The little rubber lip pleco guy is going to do a great job cleaning. The guppies are going to do awesome. And Pierre's kind of not really being too aggressive. He's kind of checking them out. He's throwing it. He's, like I said, he's kind of like a senior citizen beta. So he's kind of given up pretty easily. But happy to have some friends, and he'll probably live out the rest of his life here very happy. And if ultimately he only lives a few more months or another year, you can always get some more betas.
Another beta. I love them.
Yeah. He's funny, isn't he? Look at him.
He's been a great fish, I'll tell you. He requires not much of anything, and he's actually kind of lovable. Because he lets me pet him sometimes. I'll put my finger in there, and he'll swim right up past my finger.
He's got a grouchy face. He's like, I'm grouchy.
He does have a grouchy face, but he's not grouchy. Lip. Yeah, look at he's like, quit videotaping me.
I'm a groucherton. But these guys are cool. They're hanging out up here. Got a couple of pair. Hopefully they have some babies, and they'll have places to hide. Again, she's going to put some rocks up here. So anyway, super fun tank. Hopefully you like it. We'll do an update on it just like with all of our jack tanks that we do. We'll do a little update. And we are going to be doing a video as well of the place that we went to, the Neptune Cellar. Yes. So we're going to do a separate video of that place because it was pretty fun and awesome. And we didn't want to add it to this because it's a lot there. So we're going to do a quick little video probably next week or something of that place. And thanks so much for letting us jack your tank up, Debbie. Hopefully you like it.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys. I love it.